For RIAs, 2025 is a pivotal year defined by one major challenge: handling a shifting world of compliance rules. But the top concern isn't what you think. AI and predictive analytics have surpassed even cybersecurity as the primary issue. This isn't just industry anxiety. The SEC is now actively examining how firms use AI in trading, marketing, and more. This new challenge adds to an environment where global cybercrime costs are projected to hit $10.5 trillion. So how did we get here? We'll break down the top threats, the SEC's playbook, and the methods your firm needs for 2025. Let's start with the familiar giant, cybersecurity. The SEC now demands RIAs have formal, written incident response plans. If a material incident occurs, the clock starts. Firms have just 48 hours to report it to the SEC. Beyond cyber, anti-money laundering rules are tightening, and a shocking 70% of RIAs admit they are unprepared for them. The SEC's message is clear in its 2025 examination priorities. Policies must be designed, implemented, tested, and documented. Underneath everything is the unshakable fiduciary standard. Every decision must serve the client's best interest and disclose conflicts. So with these bedrock rules in place, why does the ground feel so unstable? New tech and enforcement priorities are reshaping it. Let's look closer at the AI paradox. It promises efficiency but creates black box risks that regulators fear. The SEC is focused on its use in three key areas: investment management, compliance monitoring, and marketing recommendations. But new tech isn't the only issue. Long-standing regulations are being enforced with new vigor. How does this affect your firm? The SEC's marketing rule is a prime example. Performance claims and testimonials must be accurate, fair, and balanced. Similarly, the crackdown on record-keeping is about a clear, auditable trail. Personal text messages break this trail. So we have new tech creating unknown risks and old rules enforced more strictly. What does this collision mean for the average RIA? The most immediate impact is financial. The price of compliance is rising, driven by technology, expertise, and data security needs. This financial pressure doesn't hit all firms equally. Smaller RIAs, the vast majority of the industry, are particularly vulnerable. The scale of this vulnerability is staggering. A massive 92.7% of all SEC-registered RIAs have fewer than 100 employees. Remember our question about marketing. The impact is in headlines about multi-million-dollar fines for off-channel communications. The pressure is immense, especially for smaller players. But the difficulty doesn't stop there. Regulators are adding nuances. Regulators recognize the strain, leading to tiered timelines. For Regulation SP, larger RIAs have a 2025 deadline. Smaller firms, 2026. Even evergreen rules add layers of difficulty. The custody rule requires surprise annual exams, adding another operational burden. Further complicating matters is regulatory consistency. Firms must prepare to align with these expectations, regardless of SEC leadership. And while regulations may shift, the underlying threats do not. The constant evolution of cybercrime means compliance is never finished. With new threats, strict enforcement, and rising costs, the situation can feel impossible. How can any firm build a sustainable program? Let's connect the dots. We've established most RIAs are small firms facing rising costs. The only viable path forward is efficiency. This brings us to the answer. The solution isn't just more people, it's smarter systems. This is where compliance tech is vital. Modern platforms can automate tasks like monitoring communications or tracking marketing materials, addressing key enforcement risks. Ultimately, automation enables a fundamental shift. It transforms compliance from a reactive fire drill to a proactive strategic function. So, what is the state of RIA compliance in 2025? It's a field redefined by new threats like AI, but still anchored by major cyber risks. And through it all, the SEC's core demand remains the same. They want to see well-documented and consistently tested procedures. Success requires a three-part approach. First, continuous risk assessment. Second, rigorous employee training. And third, strategic tech. Handling the shifting rules is no longer just a regulatory burden. In 2025, It is the defining mark of a resilient, trustworthy firm.